Hello, my name is Garcia Luna. I am a San Francisco State alumni. When I attended San Francisco State, I majored in criminal justice and minored in sociology. Growing up, I've always attended low-funded public schools, so resources were not really available for me unless it, they were paid by my parents. But because I come from an immigrant family, it was pretty difficult to pay for things that were kind of like useless for my parents in a way. So it was really just up to me and my determination to succeed and provide a better future for myself. My father's incarceration had a really big impact as to what led me to write this paper. And so I decided to write about the unsanitary conditions within women's facilities. So when we think about like the unsanitary conditions, we think about like the physical aspect of the environment, like cleanliness. But like throughout research, I realized that it's not just about the physical environment. It's about every factor that contributes to causing such horrendous environments within prison facilities. So that like includes like legal framework, like what laws or policies are enact that makes women's experience in prison sufferable. Not saying that like they don't deserve consequences for their actions, but I just feel like punishment is not always the answer if you're not really understanding where they're coming from. And so I also felt like it was kind of a way for me to be an advocate for these women, to try and find solutions for all these underlying issues. The annual review of criminal justice studies were very supportive, which I found really surprising. I really thought that I just had to write a paper and submit it and hope for the best, but they were very encouraging and like uplifting, especially when I felt like I didn't have the abilities to write a paper, let alone publish it. I had the opportunity to, one, obtain a job straight out of college because I put my research paper on my resume and they actually wanted to read it. I thought it was just something that I could just show off and no one would care about, but they were actually really impressed. And skills that I learned, I would say, would be like being patient with the construction of my paper, which kind of ties into the lesson that I learned, which is to never underestimate my abilities. Again, like throughout this whole process, I struggled a lot with like self-motivation because one, I didn't feel like I had the vocabulary, and two, I couldn't ask my family for help. And I couldn't even explain to them what exactly I was doing in the way they would understand in order to get their like fullest support. And so that kind of was very unmotivating for me because if my family, who have never written a paper, don't know English, never graduated college, they never went through what I went through, who am I to think that I'm capable of doing this? And so a lot of the times I really wanted to just back out. Like I thought about not responding to any more emails and not participating, but I'm really glad that I did. All I had to do was really trust in myself. I would say just do it. I mean, it can get difficult, but I would just say just push through. Like, cry at night if you have to. That's what I did. I cried so many nights because I felt like my work wasn't great enough. But like, just never give up on yourself. And I know it sounds like very cheesy because everyone always says it, like always believe in yourself. But like, really, like, believe in yourself, because you can have 1,000 people telling you like, yeah, I believe in you, but if you don't believe in yourself, then like the work that you're producing is kind of just there. You have to really believe in yourself and trust in yourself to make like a work where you can educate others on. And I would also say, like, always reach out to faculty or like other peers, because you may feel like you're in this alone and you're struggling and you may not want to seek for help, but everyone is literally there to help you. The whole point of the annual review of criminal justice studies is to be your support system in order to help you elevate. They can find me on LinkedIn. My name is Michelle Garcia Luna, or you can also contact me through my professional email at garcialuna.m2002@gmail.com.